Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Attic Phrogs podcast for episode 4.
Yeah, officially, I think it's
Officially,
number 4. I mean, there's been a lot more than that, but
yeah, well, there has been, but as far as stuff that we put out, so
Yes.
we recently dropped this finally on Facebook, which was fun to have some friends and family finally see it.
oh, it was amazing.
Yeah,
It really was like
pretty good response too. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we worked so hard to get there.
Well, yeah, and I was concerned, because I don't know, how it's going to affect your life and your personal life. When you put yourself out there and you're putting out your thoughts and, your personal life to the masses, you do take some sort of a risk there. But the good thing is, I think that it's a really good way for people to get to know us that don't know us that well, too.
Yeah.
And get to hear, our thoughts about things.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm fine with it. I mean,
Cool.
Whatever's on my mind, I'm there to talk about.
Well, we don't exactly have a studio audience here, so it's totally cool to.
That'd be kind of fun, though.
Yeah, if this totally blows, we just won't release it. It's no big deal. Like the pressure's off right away. Well, anyways, did you see anything in the news as far as the Davos over there in Switzerland?
Yeah, that was that. What was that? Yesterday?
Put out that economic forum.
Or was it over the weekend?
What happened to Klaus Schwab? Do you remember the guy that used to run that?
No, wait. What is saying again?
Okay, so Davos, for people that don't know, is up in Switzerland, and it's where all the masters of the universe get together, and they have the World Economic Forum there, which used to be run by this guy named Klaus Schwab, who looked like a Bond villain in every way and sounded like a Bond villain. He had a really thick German accent, and he wore these crazy cult, UFO cult outfits. I don't know what he was into.
Really?
Some people thought he was somehow connected to New Schwabenland and the Antarctic Nazi colony.
So this was the what do they call it, the economic
the World Economic Forum.
And this guy used to be
he was the leader of it.
The leader.
And he wrote a book called
Sounded like a leader.
He wrote a book called The Great Reset, which got a lot of traction. So long story short, but also Prince Charles, and now King Charles, I should say,
right.
was the actual power behind the World Economic Forum.
Okay. All right.
So long story short, it's kind of boring, but Trump went there, and he's the only sitting president to ever have gone to the World Economic Forum.
Is that true?
Yeah, and he's been twice.
Wow.
So
okay. All right.
It's because he gets no you-know-whats.
Yeah. Well, he's definitely an economic focused president. But
I would say
sure.
in many ways, yeah. Well, it was really entertaining because he gets up there and just holds court. He's like a superstar. I went on the Fox News thing. I said the Lion's Den is welcome the eagle. I got hundreds of likes on that. I should have done it from the podcast.
He's going to show up there whether they like it or not.
No, he was. He's going to drop in there like a turd in the punch bowl, buddy. Yeah, just going swimming.
Right.
So anyway, it was really interesting though, and Gavin Newsom was there. And I've never seen Gavin Newsom so shook. He was red in the face. He looked beside himself with anger and just. He was like cry. It was a cry for help. Is what it sounded.
Well, why was he even there in the first place? He just wanted to. It was an image
because he's Alex Soros' lapdog, as people say.
Right.
I think maybe even Scott Besson said something like that. But anyway, it was he was really upset. I actually saw some footage of it, some fake news footage. If you
I know, I'm gonna pull some of that up
let's see what he looks like. So upset because normally he's cool hand Luke with everything. Gavin Newsom, he's perfectly slicked back hair, and he's like a fucking, California cookie cutter cutout of a beach rich guy. I don't know how to describe him other.
Right. It's not. I'm pulling it up.
Here we go. So you got it.
Well, hold on. Let me make sure I'm on the right thing here. So
we want to go to that one. There we go. So we're gonna pull this up for a screen share. We're still new to this, ladies and gentlemen. So bear with us. But that's the one. So I pulled up a clip.
Go back to.
It's from ABC 7. So as long as we're talking over it, I don't think we're breaking any rules. We'll find out, huh?
All right. So Here we go. So
bear with us.
Hold on. Yeah.
Yeah. So this will be Gavin Newsom freaking out. If you can hit play on it, if you can't, we'll skip it. There you go. Here it comes.
And somehow we're all going to figure it out. So I'm saying one thing privately and another publicly. Have some spine.
Mm-hmm.
So this is diplomacy with Donald Trump. He's a T-Rex.
A T-Rex.
You mate with him or devours you, or he devours you. I thought that was so interesting.
I don't think
Look at him though. I've never seen him so beside himself, like he's become unglued.
Well, he was a little bit upset about some of the proceedings there. Like he got kicked out of the club room.
Yeah, dude, out of the America House or whatever.
Kicked out. Trump just didn't let him in.
There's footage of that. There was a picture. Somebody had this brilliant picture of him stuck outside of it. So
okay. So I think
it's not that one.
No.
But that was actually pulled that one up because this is some fake news footage, folks, of actually Donald Trump and Gavin Newsom. Yeah, go ahead and play that.
Okay.
Gavin was right about Trump turning into a T-Rex. I couldn't get Grok to make him hump. I was trying to get him to mate with him, but I had to go with Devour.
All right,
I don't know if that came
I'm
through
gonna
to
fix
the
this
people
in
at
post,
home.
dude. Hold on.
Yeah.
But
I think we're gonna have
say
to
that
do
say
that a
that
lot.
again because let me
Gavin
make this
Newsom
full
said
screen. Okay,
Trump is a
here we go.
T-Rex.
All right, hold
Yeah,
on.
let's play it. This is a
Okay.
disaster.
So here you were saying here he is.
Okay, here he goes. Here we go. So here's Trump actually transforming into a T-Rex. He is a reptilian overlord after all, but Gavin Newsom is too. So I'm surprised he didn't transform. They could have just had like some sort of a mating ritual. Sounded like he was interested in either one, whatever Trump wanted
Looks
to do.
like
He's
he
like,
got
you can
away.
eat me or we can mate. You decide. And I think he doesn't really have a choice in the matter at this point. So
Yeah.
it's funny because he's a presidential hopeful, but the other stuff that was weird there was like did you show the outside he got kicked out of that room? Can you pull up the video of the fake news footage that we have of the room? So apparently Trump kept him out of the room where all the Americans were for the World Economic Forum, and then he actually had his speech canceled, which was supposed to come after Trump spoke. And I'm sure everybody wanted to get up there and hear him bitch.
Right.
And Trump knew he was going to try to put him through the grinder, so he didn't let him.
Yeah, what was it again?
It's one of these videos here. You should see it.
Was it the
It was already up, but if it's not there, we'll just find it later. It was a good video. It was the one of him crying. I put it up on the Facebook page.
Yeah.
But
so I got it. It's,
okay.
It's here.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh
here
yeah.
we go.
This is
Can
when
they see
he
that
was,
at home?
He was really disappointed. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Here we go.
Sharing right
Well, yeah. It looks like you got it at the end of the video there. Yeah, I'm going to fire our production staff. Here he is. That's him. It was a picture of him stuck outside. He sat there with his arms folded, looking so pissed.
Well, I heard
that was so petty.
I heard they didn't let him sit. He had to stand the whole time.
Stand out there with his arms folded.
It was probably he was had a seat.
I made some grok footage of him crying, and on Facebook I had the crying game. Like I know all there is to know. That song about the crying
I do.
game. It's fucking weird song. Do you remember that movie that was about a transvestite with some soldier? It had Forrest Whitaker, and he played a gay dude that was in love with a transvestite, like IRA agent. It was the weirdest movie. It was called The Crying Game.
Okay.
Yeah, and it made a bunch of headlines because the sorry, I shouldn't say that. The transsexual. What's the right word for a transvestite these days? I'm just going to say the
transsexual.
Yeah, but there's different levels, So I think this was a trans with no surgery kind of deal.
Okay.
So anyway, they show the dick in the movie, the real deal too. So that made headlines.
Yeah.
It was a black man's penis shown to the masses.
Okay.
And Forrest Whitaker with his lazy eye.
Yeah.
I don't know. Now you got to give him a pass because he did have a lazy eye. Maybe he couldn't see well. And he wasn't. He might not have known he was with the trans. That might be how he got the lazy eye. It might have poked him in the eye. You never know what happened to Forrest Whitaker. He was a pretty good actor.
No, I mean, I heard, that's a possible scenario.
Well,
when you encounter a trans,
Well, you may end up with a lazy eye or poked in the eye. Yeah. That's for sure.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like it happens more in like Thailand and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. With the lady boys, there's a lot of eye poking. Well, there's eye doctors on every corner in Thailand, and I wondered why. Just kidding.
Yeah.
So anyways, that was really interesting to see that. And then I saw Trump come out after because he gave the speech about Greenland.
Right.
And, apparently he made some deal or some framework for a future deal. And he came out to the press and they're all like asking him. And he's like, we've made a deal that's indefinitely, it's forever.
Yeah.
And
did you have a clip of that too?
Did he disappear in front of these people? Like, did he have technology that, like he transformed into a Merkaba and floated away like a blip of light and then showed back up sitting on Macron's lap? Like, how did he get these people to fold? I'm not even sure they did, but definitely this was the king. And they actually issued a statement. They said, you're upset. It's unacceptable to move against European territory. So we had to make a deal.
Well, yeah, the deal I think is not going to be like a financial deal. There'll be money involved.
It's I think definitely, but it's under the ice.
It's the classic, like, way over compensate for something. Not compensate, but
we're putting in the Golden Dome, right?
Yeah,
you've heard all about that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, what have you heard about the Golden Dome?
Well, I think that it's a defense mechanism,
right? Kind of like what do they call it in Jerusalem?
Yeah, I mean, Israel, can we trust everybody in the world? No, we can't. So
no, I mean,
we need to be protected.
Yeah, they couldn't do Star Wars, like Trump said. He's like, Ronald Reagan had the right idea, but they didn't have the technology. Now we've got technology that nobody's ever seen before.
Yeah, I mean, I think that
awesome
it's definitely something we should do.
Yeah, reverse. I do too. Why
because,
not?
you know,
shoot missiles
I mean, we can't
down.
just,
Fuck.
you know, expect everybody in the world to just be peaceful and,
Hey.
you know, take care of their neighbors.
Well, if the missiles are coming this way,
Unfortunately.
I'd love to have a way to shoot them down. That would be fantastic.
Yeah.
So whatever we got to do that, I'm for that.
Yeah,
you know?
well, but there's a lot of ways those missiles can launch. I mean,
Yeah. Well, they already
they
have them in
haven't.
the country.
Luckily, they haven't launched since we've created all of these
Yeah.
thousands of nuclear bombs all over the
For
place.
the fucking podcast.
No, it's
Anyway,
fine.
let me fix this mic quick. But
yeah,
anyway, like they may already have nukes in the country. I hate to scare people, but we've got thousands and thousands of containers in everybody's neighborhood from Chinese importers. Who knows what kind of tech?
Oh, you're talking about like
they could have like bombs sitting in container ships in everybody's
Right.
village, and they'd be like, you know, Mr. Trump, we are going to detonate them. This is very racist. Excuse me.
You know,
I'm trying to sound like Xi Jinping. We are going to detonate the. I shouldn't do this. This is probably going to get us demonetized. No, it's funny though. I will do more Asian impressions as I meet more Asian friends and I get the green light. You know, I don't have a hood pass from the Asians to do this, so I better hold off on it. Yeah, you might need that. I could do like a Japanese. You are a disgrace.
Yeah.
Oh, son.
Right.
Yes, you came here unprepared. All right.
I was thinking when you were saying that, you know, think about like what Israel did with those exploding cell phones.
Absolutely.
Right?
What?
Like, so,
that's crazy.
Yeah, but no, like covertly sneaking something into, you know, you know, to an opponent's opponent.
They had no idea. Yeah, I would call them an opponent. They had no freaking idea that their freaking pagers and cell phones would blow the fuck up.
that was crazy.
In Jerusalem,
Right.
Israel. I keep saying Jerusalem. It's Israel.
Yeah.
Apparently, the Mossad, their special forces, put these devices on these damn pagers and cell phones, and then they blew them all up at once.
That was nuts, man. It was like out of a movie or something.
Yeah.
When that happened, I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
What just happened?
Yeah, trippy, man.
Yeah,
I'm sure they got
it made a
like
giant impact on the dynamics that they were having at the time because. You know, Israel it was Gaza, right?
It was the Palestinians.
It was the
what do they call them? The Hamas.
Yes,
Palestinian force. So anyway, that was fucked up that they did that, but pretty impressive.
Very impressive. That's another reason why we need to protect ourselves because, like you said, the shipping in of a nuclear bomb that's sitting in a box from China. Yeah.
Who knows what they got?
So the Golden Dome, right? Is what they call it.
That's what they call it.
Yeah,
I think the Golden Dome is beautiful. I wanted to call it the great big beautiful Golden Dome.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, that's what.
No,
it's Trump's gold aesthetic all the way. Like,
oh yeah, no, it's his
gold is his milieu.
It's in his repertoire.
I should never say that again. So anyway, what else is going on? So I saw this Minnesota church thing with Don Lemon. Did you see this?
Right.
Did you see what
I
happened?
didn't hear exactly how Don Lemon was involved, but I did hear about the situation. And
poor Don Lemon can't catch a break.
Just to like simplify it in my mind, like they went in like that's a constitutional right to practice religion in this country.
You're not allowed to do that shit. It's falls under the Klan Act.
It's
some
the first,
KKK
it's the
Act.
First Amendment of the Constitution, right?
Yeah, unreal.
Yeah.
So Don Lemon apparently broke the law because he knew ahead of time that they were going to go and do something unconstitutional, illegal, not unconstitutional. So it was really messed up to do that to them. I think kids were crying like it was a fucked up thing to do.
Right, but to prevent someone from practicing their religion that's the constitutional.
It's a constitutional crisis. No, you're right.
Yeah,
that's the rights violation that took place.
Right.
I was just saying that because that becomes like the catchword in the vernacular, like constitutional crisis all the time.
Yeah.
Anyway,
okay.
So apparently Pam Bondi came out and she did arrest somebody for that. Yeah. And it was one person. It was a girl named Nakima Levy Armstrong. Don Lemon still has not been charged, and God, they're probably going to just give him a slap on the wrist. We can't send Don Lemon to prison. I mean, it'd be like Michael Jackson sent to prison without like the nose prosthetic and no makeup for 6 months. Can you imagine what Michael Jackson?
6 months.
Same thing will happen to Don Lemon.
Yeah.
You take that makeup off of Don Lemon, he's probably not as handsome as he comes across on TV. Nobody is. Right. We don't have makeup. We don't have makeup artists. I mean,
I don't see why, why not?
When we get makeup artists, we're going to be hot, dude.
We need to, is that, you think so?
Oh, fuck yeah. We should put that in the budget. Like, if we can split the cost of a good makeup, they'll probably
have to hire a makeup artist.
We'll get like a cheap one at first. So we may have like a lot of red on our cheeks and stuff, but who knows?
Sure. That's how you want to look.
We can fix that in post. We'll fix it with AI. So anyway, they did arrest someone. We'll see what happens with Don. probably nothing. But John Lennon's kind of ineffectual at this point.
Yeah.
He barely gets any traction. He's just trying to get relevant again, and he's not going to be because he sucks, man. I mean, sorry, he's a freaking he's just a very biased
Well, he's probably got a podcast going.
He's got his own thing,
just
going.
like all the other pundits.
Listen, he's a wealthy, famous guy, and I'm sure he does very well. And he wouldn't be where he was if he wasn't good at what he does.
Yeah.
So I got to give him credit for that. He's clearly a professional, but he's got to find a better way to stay relevant, I should say. I've just never personally liked the guy. Politics aside, just
sure.
I didn't like the cut of his jib.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what else is going on? We got a winter storm rolling this way that everybody's hyped up about.
Right.
What do you think of that?
Well, I know it looks like it's going to be pretty darn cold.
Yeah, real cold. It's been freezing cold.
We haven't had that yet this winter,
Yeah.
I mean, it's gotten down in the single digits, but living in upstate New York, it's that you get used to it after a while, especially when you live most of your life up here.
Yeah, exactly. You do kind of get conditioned to it.
But we're going to have the below freezing stuff.
It's never good, though. It's not like you're like, oh, I'm used to it and it doesn't bother me. It bothers the hell out of me. I want to go south for the winter. I don't like it.
I know, especially when you're coming off 2 weeks of pretty decent weather.
Yeah.
With not much going on. And but this winter's it started off pretty good in terms of
Well, climate change is definitely evident, whatever they're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's, more precipitation.
You know my theory on climate change?
What's that?
Well, we have chemtrails. Do you know what chemtrails are?
Yeah.
Do you believe they're real?
No.
You don't?
No, I think there's this exhaust that comes out of the fucking airplanes.
Well, that's interesting. I think a lot of people think that. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with thinking that. But I'll tell you this, that as a child, as a kid, as a Kyle, as I like to say, when I blend the two together, right. I used to look at jets flying over all the time, and I would see their contrails, as they call condensation trails, and they would remain for a short time and then dissipate. You know? So that's what you would usually see. Now, I noticed, and I watched them all the time as a kid. Now, I noticed around the turn of the millennium that I was actually in Delaware the first time. This actually coincided with the 11/11 experience, which I'll get into some other time. It's a little too schizo for this conversation, but this is going to be plenty schizo. Let's put it that way. So maybe it'll work its way back in. But anyway, I started noticing that, wow, it's really hazy all the time, and I don't really feel like it's the same sky. It's making me feel kind of weird. And I was noticing that the contrails didn't dissipate anymore. Right. They remained for hours at a time, and they slowly would dissipate into a wispy kind of haze. Out. Yeah, and I noticed them crisscrossing the sky, and all of a sudden the sky is filled with these condensation trails that are not going away. They're not persistent contrails, because that's what the scientific crowd will try to say.
So contrails or
there's a difference. C-O-N for condensation.
Condensation.
Right. So that's what they'll try to tell you. Oh, those are just persistent contrails. Well, I beg to differ. Do you remember seeing that growing up?
Yeah, of course.
You do remember seeing the crisscrossing.
You still see them.
But as a child, you remember seeing the crisscrossing clouds and all over the sky.
Yeah, and they spread out. I mean,
that's interesting.
Yeah, I think those are some hot engines going through. They're up at 30,000 feet. Yeah, it's pretty damn cold up there.
Yeah,
I mean, you ever been up to the top of Everest before? I mean,
I have not been up there.
No.
Now, for the biggest difference is whether or not you say it's like a temperature thing. I don't remember seeing them growing up one way or another.
Oh, okay.
So growing up, I never saw these, and then all of a sudden I saw them. So the difference was stark to me, but it took me a long time to notice. Like I was like, oh shit, this is kind of weird. I don't remember seeing this all the time, and I haven't liked it, but I didn't really take the time to notice. Yeah. Then when I did, I couldn't unsee it. And I found out a lot of other people were pissed about it and had all their theories. And I think there's a lot of good science that's come out because the government has admitted to this now in many ways without making it headline news all the time. Yeah. That they've admitted
contrails?
Chemtrails, basically. That they've had hot atmospheric spraying programs for years trying to affect weather. Right. And doing all sort of high atmospheric spraying, basically.
Yeah. Now, I would venture, I would believe that. I think that there's something there. Why there's a lot of stuff we don't understand that, they're doing, but
for sure. So apparently they've admitted to this in some way, but my theory is that this kind of coincided with the global warming craze. Yeah. So when about the same time that's going on, you've got Al Gore out there pushing this, we're all going to be dead in 10 years. Yeah. And everybody's going to be flooded. So I think they may be raising the temperature artificially with chemtrails. That's my theory on that.
Raising the temperature.
Yes, to warm up regions like Antarctica and melt the ice. But
if you
seems to be doing the opposite.
Putting clouds in the sky, then you're cooling the planet off. I mean, it's the same thing as like at night, when it's.
Well, remember they used to call it global warming, though.
Yeah.
What happened there?
Well, I don't. What do you mean? What happened there? I mean,
they changed it to climate change.
Oh, okay. So global warming changed to climate change.
Yeah. And they've had global cooling scares in the past.
Type of thing. But
yeah. Why do you think that happened?
Because I guess the global warming, part.
Yeah.
I think there's evidence that we're warming, but it's not necessarily. It's not based on what we're doing as humans as much as we might think it is.
Cycle.
We're definitely making an impact. I mean, we're burning. This is the first century, 100 years, in the last 100 years.
It sure hasn't been
that
long.
We've burned, fossil fuels as much as we are. Like that's going to make an impact of some sort.
It would have to.
But but no, if you're making clouds in the sky, you're cooling the planet off.
Well, apparently they tried to say the opposite, that you're doing the greenhouse effect by having CO2 and that it's creating more of the jungle-like atmosphere that was present during like the dinosaur era.
So putting chemicals in the
more
air
CO2
that create more ozone deterioration.
It creates a more tropical hot climate, apparently. Right. This is what was present with the dinosaurs. So I'm not an expert on it, but I've looked into it a bit. And I do think if they are doing that, I think they're trying to melt the ice of Antarctica to reveal Atlantis, but we can get into that.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's what I think.
I want to know what's
man.
underneath that ice because it's been covered for. I sent you did I send you the video of them boring through the ice? No, I didn't send that to you.
No, you got to send it.
Oh yeah, no, it was some scientists down. I think it was in Antarctica.
Okay.
And they were doing one of their drills, but the thing goes down like thousands of feet through the ice.
Yeah.
And they know as it goes down, like how old it is.
Yeah, exactly.
They
can read the ice cores. I've seen a lot of stuff with that.
Ground.
I love that.
Yeah.
And the deeper they can go, the better, because I want to know what's down there.
Yeah.
But apparently under the ice of Antarctica, there is a flash frozen rainforest that was lush and green with lakes and animals.
I mean, that land was in a different part of the earth, millions of years ago.
Yeah.
So, of course.
They found some of this alien technology through archaeological expeditions, according to Bob Lazar.
Well, yeah. Do you know what, Bob? Yeah, okay.
Bob Lazar, the guy who worked at Area 51 and introduced the world to Area 51, was a guy named Bob Lazar, who's been famous lately, thanks to Joe Rogan, in some a documentary that came out called Bob Lazar Flying Saucers in Area 51.
Yeah.
I forget the name of the guy. It's horrible. It'll come to me. Jeremy Corbell, of course.
Yeah.
So that's the guy that made this. So Bob Lazar was a weirdo scientist who put a jet engine on a Honda Civic, and he used to work out there in the the tech sector. And by happenstance, he ended up getting a job at EG&G, which was a military industrial complex corporation. Next thing you know, because he's kind of a quirky guy, they decided he'd be good for this. So he's working as a subcontractor with all these security clearances, and he says they introduce him to a flying saucer.
Yeah.
And he's in a hangar. You've heard this story.
Yeah.
Well, for people who haven't, I was just kind of recapping. So but what he said was that when they were debriefing him on how they gained some of these, it was through archaeological expeditions. Where to, I wonder.
Yeah. I think there's a lot buried underneath that ice down there. It's when you think about it, it's one of the only places on the planet that hasn't been able to been explored, for us to see what's there.
Yeah, there's treaties.
All we can see is the miles of ice, or it's like a mile of ice.
Flat Earth.
If I remember, it was like 3,000 feet that they
is it that much?
They drilled through.
Wow.
And that might be one of the thicker parts, but it was a lot of ice.
It
was 2,000 to 3,000 feet.
So maybe Atlantis didn't sink under the ocean; it sank under the ice.
Well, or it just drifted around until now it's in Antarctica.
Yeah.
And it's covered in ice because it's the coldest part on the planet.
Yeah. So
that's
that would
where
be,
it is. If it's anywhere, we've tried to find Atlantis several times.
Well, Admiral Richard C. Byrd it took a famous expedition down to South America, or down to the Antarctica and to the North Pole.
Yeah.
And they flew over, and he's got this funny diary that came out that I'm not sure is true, but they say that he flew over and he ended up in the Hollow Earth.
Yeah.
Have you ever read the Secret Diary of Richard C. Byrd?
I love the Hollow Earth thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really a cool and creative concept.
It is, man.
And there's a lot of space. The planet is pretty wide.
Well,
There's a lot of
if
there's
you
a
were
lot
on
of potential for something like that.
if you were on an inside curve of the planet, it would be as undetectable as the outside is to us. Now, the flat earthers are going to have their heads exploding this whole conversation.
no, I
we'll
know.
talk to you guys later. This is for the
hollow
earth
earthers.
weirdos like
you
me.
think there's flat earthers that believe in?
No, I don't.
In hollow
I think
earth?
that's probably their biggest,
Contradictory.
the bane of their existence is the fact that there's a hollow earth theory, because it's the opposite of it's, and you'll
Or
never
it
convince
just-
me the earth is flat, but I think it could be partially hollow at least. Or
Yeah.
there could be areas that are hollowed out where where advanced civilizations could have lived for millions of years without getting catastrophic, cataclysmic events that wipe them out like we see throughout history.
There was periods of time in the Earth's history when we were getting bombarded with solar flare, like rays.
Like we're doing now. We've just had a huge storm.
But it was even worse than that.
Yeah.
And so early civilization, they actually had, I think they naturally moved into caves in order to survive because of the effects that they were getting from the sun.
It seems like they had pre-warning, because they did things like Göbekli Tepe and these underground massive underground networks that these people lived in,
and we're still finding them every once in a while.
Well, being a troglodyte which is a person who lives underground, is a kind of a smart idea, because a meteor is not going to take you out if you're a mile under the damn crust. It gives you a protective barrier.
It would give you a little better chance.
It would suck to have to live on the interior, but these,
oh man, that would suck bad.
Yeah, well, maybe that's why they have big black eyes and bug heads. They're optimized for troglodyte living.
Sure. Yeah.
They get magazines down there, and they're reading them with their big eyes. It's like troglodyte log home.
Right.
Just looking through.
So I wonder how they kept any lights on, and they had to go have something to burn.
Well,
right?
if it's a hollow earth, that would mean that there's actually
the hollow earth. Yeah.
So picture if there's a hollow earth, there's actually a sun then instead of a core. Which is crazy. People, that are scientific and serious, they don't get along with this idea. This is shit I like to imagine. It's probably not true, but I like to think about it. It's fun.
I love that you
can't prove me wrong.
You play around talking about it. It's a really cool, fun concept because,
get thinking.
Because I look at it, I'm like, all right, so would the sun be the core maybe that's shining out from the center?
Well, you have the Aurora Borealis and the Aurora Australis, which are the northern lights and the southern lights. That could be the radiation of an inner sun.
I think to have any life that's similar to humans, like you're going to have light and a lot of it, and some warmth too, right?
I would think you need.
There's definitely
depending.
warmth in towards the center of the earth, but the light thing that's where I wonder.
Yeah. So. Maybe there's rocks and minerals on an interior of the earth that give you like electromagnetic anti-gravity properties that we're not aware of. There could be minerals and elements in combinations.
There's a lot that we're not aware of. I mean, we haven't even searched the depths of the oceans.
So picture the earth is more like a bubble, and it has an inner surface with continents and oceans on it.
Okay.
Because if they drill down, they claim there's an ocean, but it's put in this rock called like woolite. I can't remember the exact name of the shit, but it actually has molecular water. There's a whole layer of this element of a mineral.
Yes, I've heard that there's actually been like modern scientific studies that have found large like oceans or like ocean-sized amounts of water.
That's what they said.
That are under the crust.
It's trapped in an actual mineral, though. It's not liquid water, which is really interesting. Who knew that was even a possibility?
Well, it doesn't surprise me because
an ocean of a mineral.
Oh,
yeah, because it's actually a mineral. It's a rock that has it's molecular water. It's not liquid water down there when they go down.
Yeah,
I just looked this up and shared it on Facebook.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
So interestingly, what if it does lead to an inner surface with continents and oceans, and there's like shit down there like Sasquatch, and they know where there's tunnels to get through to the surface, and that would explain where the hell they come from.
Right.
And all kinds of these red-haired giants they saw in like Kandahar, and there's weird stories about shit coming from caves.
Right. I mean, maybe that's why Bigfoot, we can't. He's down, but he went back down. He's like, fuck these guys up here.
Right. I don't blame him.
This isn't going to work out too well.
Yeah, there's AR-15s up here, and people want trophy sass. Who doesn't? You got to have some magic powers to stay away from these.
I'm
fuckers.
Like 9 foot tall and can take care of any one of you.
I got
easily.
an FRT on my fucking AR, buddy. I can take out 3 or 4 Sasquatches before they get one.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I do really like talking to people that are like Bigfoot, believers.
Yeah. Speaking of Bigfoot, have you seen Jesse Ventura? Did you see him go to Minnesota? But we got this video. Play a little bit of this video.
Okay,
Jesse Ventura. He reminds me of
Sasquatch
a little bit.
Keep talking. I'll find it here.
Yeah, well, it was already loaded.
Yeah, it was. Oh,
loaded
this
right
one.
up.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
the
yeah.
guy. So he looks a lot
Okay,
like
so
not
let me
Jesse
s-
Ventura that we remember. You know, he was Jesse the Body Ventura,
Well,
a
he's-
WWF
As soon
wrestler.
as you mentioned, he said Jesse the Body Ventura.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, I remember him.
You remember him
But
growing
if you
up?
don't say his,
I had a doll of
you
him,
don't
I
say
think.
his AKA name. You know,
I should
from,
get one
from
off him.
WWF. You know, back
Remember
in the
those
day.
WWF rubber figures that we
Yeah.
all had, like a bunch of homos with our boy Barbies? You know, we'd hang out with these WWF,
Yeah,
like
dude.
Andre the Giant. There were these
I think
gross
everybody
rubber
had-
figures.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were kind of gnarly. Well, I probably had one. We should try to get one of his off of eBay if one exists.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
sure.
anyways, he came out. If you can't play the video, I'll just
Okay.
reenact it.
It's coming.
Okay, because he used to be the governor of Minnesota after he had a WWF career. I don't know
Yes.
if you knew that, but he
Yeah,
always
yeah,
brags
yeah,
like
that's what
he
I'm
used to
saying,
have a
yeah.
show called Conspiracy Theorist with Jesse Ventura, I think. And yeah, here he is.
Okay,
Let's see what he
there
said.
we go. Go get him up here.
He's kind of fallen out of favor with me. Let's just say.
You know what?
Maybe
Maybe it's time for Jesse. I only did one term. I'm owed a second. You want to know?
He's at a high
something?
school that he went to in
I'll give you a
Minnesota.
quote. We're a third world country now.
Here, pause it.
You know,
Pause that
yeah,
right there.
okay, yeah.
Well, did you hear him? Like, he's so self-righteous. Pause that real quick. He's so self-righteous. He's like, I'll give you a quote. You want something really insightful? We're a third world country now. It's not like Mexico. You know, maybe it's time for Jesse the Body Ventura to get back in the White House. You got something on your nose,
Yeah.
bud? That's Pete.
Shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick his booger. He's got a booger. No, this is good friendship.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, if I ever have a booger, so Silas had a booger.
Cut out some of this.
No, leave this in
Some
because
of
this is important. Human type shit. If I have a booger, which I very well may soon.
Yeah.
This was a tiny white one.
I would let
Anyway,
you know.
Jesse Ventura, he was a frog man. These are the attic frogs, but I was a real frog man.
Yeah,
I was
you
a SEAL,
with that.
a Navy SEAL.
He strikes me as a pretty interesting
You
person.
guys look like a couple of attic fags to be, but that's spelled with PH.
Yeah.
So that's okay to say.
Right.
Yeah, I'm
different.
a liberal now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
He's a weird dude, man.
Well,
He's so weird.
I like. I pick up on the fact that he crosses a lot of the lines
I
in
love him
terms of
still.
politics.
How do you not love
know?
Jesse, man? What a
I mean, he starts
douchebag.
off saying we're a third world country. Is like, he's. I don't know.
We're a third world country now.
Like,
And he
that's
was in
insane.
politics too, right? He was.
Yeah,
he
he
said
was-
he was.
I was the governor of Minnesota, pal.
right.
I'm going to get back in the governor's mansion and put a ring in there. And I'm going to bring the draft dodging coward in there and fight him for control of the country.
Right.
How about that now? What's Donald Trump
Right.
got that I ain't got, huh?
Yeah.
That's how he thinks. He's a
He's
fucking.
like a similar version to like Arnold Schwarzenegger, but much
He's
more
like,
much more
Look
down.
out!
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what.
No,
Arnold's
but he's
just
more-
like,
Look
he's-
out and get out of here!
I suck at him, but I'm going to work on that one. But Jesse, I got down, man.
Yeah.
This guy, I got this guy's number
Yeah.
because I think he's kind of just like looking for relevance. He's probably out of money. He's been living in Mexico
Right.
for years.
Did you want
he
to play
lives.
any more of this? Or
No,
should I?
no, he's
Yeah,
fun.
okay.
He
Yeah.
says a lot of funny
We'll
shit
share
in
more
there,
of his
but
stuff later.
He's just pissed off at
Yeah.
Trump, like that. But he went back to his Minnesota high school before
Right.
he was governor. He's something else.
Yeah.
We did say the FAG word, which normally I don't know if that's homophobic if you say it with a PH, but I'm not afraid of gays, so it can't be homophobic.
Right. I mean, when you
Actually,
enunciate it,
no, a lot of
you
really
can't-
cool gay
can't make a
people
difference.
that I've
But
Yeah,
Yeah.
anyways, please
we'll let
forgive me.
YouTube.
At home-
We'll let YouTube tell us.
Yeah, we'll get demonetized. We'll learn our lesson eventually. So anyway, that was Jesse the Body Ventura. And then what else is going on? We talked about the winter storm briefly, but we
Yeah.
got the storm. And I've noticed that over the last few years, I used to be a Weather Channel junkie.
Yeah,
I don't know
did
about you. Oh, I would listen to the
I'm-
local on the 8s over and over like a hypnotized freak. Just like they play this music like it'd be like Kenny G, like an
Yeah.
alto sax. That was about what it sounded like. up
Well, you know
front.
what's funny, dude?
But
It's
I'm
another.
just hypnotically. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you do that?
No, it's another really bizarre commonality that we have,
Mm-hmm.
I guess, because
Really?
yeah, when I was like a junior, senior in high school,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I want to be a meteorologist.
Yeah, I wanted to be
It's-
one too, man. That's weird. I was
So
good at
I
predicting this shit.
and looked at a couple schools with my mom. I went to Oswego because they have a really good
Yep.
meteorology school.
Yeah, I
there.
think I might have done that too.
And-
I looked at Oswego.
No
That's
shit.
the only school I
All
looked at. Yeah.
So
we got a lot of weird similarities.
funny
we have the same
stuff.
birthday and shit. It's
yeah,
fucking
I
weird.
know, right?
That's how we ended up here, man.
I think people always start picking up on the
Yeah. You
know,
got to read the
the
synchronicities.
chemistry, whatever it
It's
is. but-
synchronicities in life
It's
that brought this
synchronicities,
about, man. I love it.
So, anyways,
yeah.
I I
Cut
learned.
out my hand gestures.
Oh
Go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah.
You've
I consider myself pretty good. Like if you want to know what the weather's going to be,
yeah.
yeah.
You're the
I
guy
can-
to talk
I
to.
give you a decent idea
I used to
because
be
I've
that
got really
guy.
good sources that I check.
Yeah. Well, I
know,
got
and-
AccuWeather on the phone. I know how to
Yeah.
read the radar like you do, you know?
Yeah.
We were old weather
Yeah.
junkies. Nonetheless, I noticed they started naming the fucking winter storms. And I'm like, all right, now we're running a scam. Now it's a scare tactic to push people to the stores
Right.
to empty the milk and the toilet paper and the cigarettes, whatever they're trying to stock up on.
Yeah.
And it pushes the economy. It's like a big scam. They're like, let's
Right.
name the winter storms. This
Yeah.
is, this is
yeah.
Winter Storm Lucifer.
It's Winter Storm
Yeah.
Jesse coming to
Right.
Minnesota.
Right.
I'm going
yeah.
to kick Nick Shirley's little ass out of there.
Yeah,
I'll tell you
like
that.
they have like they name the hurricanes. Obviously, the winter storm naming is kind of a new thing.
Yeah,
but
it
like some of
sucks.
the hurricane names are like
Mhm.
they're ridiculous.
Yeah, well,
I don't know, like
they're not scary
Hurricane
sometimes.
Sally or
Yeah,
something,
Hurricane Hazel,
yeah, like
Hurricane Iris, they're nice names. These are nice ladies.
Right.
They don't deserve this kind of a reputation.
have you had a Hurricane Brian yet?
No, that I don't know. Do they do male names for hurricanes?
So what? Yeah, there's
switch.
a whole system to it.
There is. I
and
watched that.
they change like so every year they come up
We're
with
such
like
nerds that we know this.
they come up with like a name for each letter,
Yeah.
right? And they recycle them like every 10 years.
Okay.
But if there's a
Damn, they got-
major landfall,
Yeah.
if there's a major landfall,
Yeah.
they won't reuse the name, obviously, because
It's
like, a
stupid
lot of
to
people
reuse
fucking
names.
die.
There's plenty of fucking names. They just don't want to use names like, Xi Jinping or something. We got to just
No.
spread around. Just
No,
go
they're
to-
fairly English or
Xi Jinping.
Latin based
Yeah.
usually.
Just start giving them names to like people throughout history. That would be fun.
Right.
Like here comes Hurricane Little Richard.
Yeah, I forget it. Well, because over in the Pacific on like the I guess it would be the eastern coast of the Pacific. They get the typhoons.
That's
They
right.
call them typhoons, right?
Yeah, and they have male names, I think, for the typhoons and female names for the hurricanes or something like that.
Is that what it is?
I'm pretty sure it's something.
we gotta look that up and
we'll look that up.
yeah, well,
That's such a dork
touch
thing
back.
to know, but it is
Okay.
cool. But anyway, so I'm going to skip any more Arnold impressions until I do a little more practice. I've been trying to get my. I've done
you do
impressions.
good impressions, man.
Well, I've
Yeah.
done them over the years, like just with my family and shit.
Right.
But I haven't developed them, so I'm now on the fly. Now that we've started doing this recently, I'm trying
Yeah,
to.
but you're
actually,
also like
if you're going to do impressions, you better try to do them well. you
yeah.
know? So
You're
I
also
gotta
a
work on
singer
it.
though too. I mean, you've been
Oh,
in a
thanks. I
like a
sing in a
band.
Yeah, I used to have a band. In fact,
Right.
I want to give a shout out to the two guys that were in the band, Tim
Yeah.
Heiner and Chris Sills. They were in a band called Stereoscopic with me, and we didn't exactly take off, but we were a fun local band. Something, got together every Tuesday,
Right.
and we made up our own songs, and we just had like a Machina Mark II, and we had like some, like a TC Helicon looper, and like just some rudimentary equipment. Just whatever we could toss together.
32 hoop loop.
Yeah, we had a hoop looper,
Yeah.
XP. No, whatever
No,
we
that's
had.
cool. Yeah, that's
it
awesome.
wasn't a lot of expensive equipment, but we made songs and it was fun. And the intro song that we played during the intro
That's-
is
yeah.
actually Stereoscopic. So
Yeah.
eventually,
Props
this
to
thing
that.
is not making any money yet. Chris Sills and Tim Heiner, if you're out there, if this thing makes money, I'll send y'all a check of some sort for that. But we have to get a sponsor first.
Yeah,
whether boner
yeah.
pills or weed
Someone's gonna have
dispensaries.
to want to
Somebody's out
promote
there.
themselves through
Yeah.
these kind
We
of
have at
concerts.
least 28 followers at this point. I mean, God, we're on
Yeah.
fire.
No, we're almost up to 100, bro.
Are we really? I haven't checked. Well,
98, I
that's
think, the last
encouraging.
time I
Well,
saw.
we dropped it a couple of days ago, so that's pretty good.
Yeah.
But anyway, did you see Nick Shirley? Back to politics quick. Nick Shirley, who's the
Yeah.
guy that exposed a lot of this fraud
Right.
going on, that cost Tim Waltz his hopes for whatever the hell he thought he was going to do.
He's a congressman, Nick Shirley.
Nick Shirley is not. He is actually an independent reporter who
okay.
exposed the
Yeah, I got-
Quality
Name.
Leering Center, the fraud with the babies, with the babysitting places,
okay.
and the home care and the
In
transportation.
in Minnesota.
The Somalian population of some degree, not all of them. We got to say that right away. I'm sure there's great, hardworking Somalis, like they keep trying to tell us on the news.
Yeah.
These are people who are, who piss and that cures cancer, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But everybody else that's involved with this, let me tell you this. He went and talked in front of Congress today,
Yeah.
and he said that the Health and Human Services, HHS Secretary, that's Robert F. Kennedy Jr.,
Right.
he has frozen $185 million in funding to daycare and adult health care services. And he said, all you have to do is prove that you're a legitimate company in some way, and you can have your funding back. Not one. Not
Really?
one has done so. So that's very interesting. Now, if we have to see the criteria here, but I
Right.
can't imagine Robert F. Kennedy's like, show him a fucking picture of some kids and get your money. Like, it can't be that hard.
Right.
But, you better not be faking it. So I'm
So he
sure
was
there's
talking-
got to be a few legitimate ones.
I mean, he was talking specifically about the
daycare.
the daycares in Minnesota.
In Minnesota only.
In Minnesota.
Only in Minnesota. This is
okay.
and it's apparently
Well,
this could be a nationwide thing that's going on. So they're starting
people,
to really look into it.
Yeah, I mean,
You know.
fraud and whatever. You can steal a buck or two.
We're talking about trillions of dollars at stake.
No, I
and
know.
a lot
I'm
of greedy
not
people.
downplaying it. I'm just saying,
people do. We got to sell Bentleys out here. You know what I'm saying? And there's people that are willing to do whatever it takes to get the Bentley.
Yeah.
And we're finding out who those people are and name them and stop the fraud that we can. But we're never going to stop it, man.
Yeah.
Because we come and go quick. We come and die quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can only keep something going so long.
Right.
It only takes a generation to change the entire, zeitgeist of a population. So
Yeah. Yeah. We got.
Well, anyway, I think I have some food stuck in my teeth.
Generations to come.
Yeah.
To go.
Well, I make generations come every night, man. Into an old gym sock. 350 million sperm a day. That's what the average male produces in his ball sack. I tell my kids all the time, you started as tadpoles in my ball sack with my DNA code, fellas.
Yeah.
And then they hit the egg and there's a spark of
one
light.
of them.
Yeah, pretty cool, man.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
They hit the egg and life creates, man.
Yeah, have you seen that? How they?
I think we talked about it in a previous podcast.
We probably did, but it hasn't been released. Probably,
maybe not.
Well, yeah, I don't think
it's hard to remember.
Yeah, who knows? We talk about all kinds of weird stuff.
Yeah.
Well, it's always fun hitting all these subjects, but Anyway, what are we at for time here, man?
Oh, we're at 40 minutes. So.
Oh, we're only at 40 minutes.
Yeah,
we got lots to talk about. What
I've heard people wanted to hear about alien talk.
They did.
I've heard a couple, like some feedback from
Let's get back to Atlantis then, because I really think that's where a huge part of the alien presence is coming from.
Yeah,
is that there's probably an ancient, advanced human civilization who has survived cataclysms and has developed technology.
Yeah.
Now, one thing we should start at is that this is a reptilian planet. Yeah. Like if you think about when they first had life here, it kind of came out of the ocean, but then it was reptiles on the land.
Yeah.
That fertilized the earth and grew it into what it is.
So amphibian to reptile, I guess.
I suppose so. Yeah.
I don't know what the
it's weird. But it seems like it's an optimized environment in the physical realm that we inhabit to be a reptile in some way.
It's fun. It's funny because like when I think about it, like as humans like are mammal form, like we're very far from reptilian.
Except
right. So
no, we're not.
We don't think so.
No, because the most ancient part of your brain is called the R complex.
Yeah,
and it's the brain stem.
Okay.
It's the most basic part, like the part that's barely there, that everything else grows around. It's called the R complex. That's your reptilian brain.
Well, this is why I like talking to you.
Yeah,
because you got a lot of. we should go play, some trivia.
Yeah, man. Well, definitely. Well, Carl Sagan talks about this. There's a video about it too. But the reptilian brain is responsible for hierarchical structure of society, where you want a leader at the top and the people below. We all seek that. The leader at the top.
I mean, we still do that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's your reptilian brain. You have no choice, unfortunately. So other than that, it gives you your cold-bloodedness as far as your lack of empathy, where people can do awful things to each other. When people are operating in this dark
we got
energy,
some flaws.
That's your reptilian brain at work.
Yeah.
Okay, and it also gives you a ritualistic behavior where you want to go through and have a routine with your day to feel okay.
Yeah.
Most people develop a routine of some sort. I'm a little bit haphazard. The mammalian brain is the higher regions of the brain that grow off of the reptilian brain.
Yeah.
So that came later.
Yeah, no, that's
we're
crazy.
reptilian at our core.
You think so?
Well, if our brainstem is, I would say so.
That's crazy.
I mean, that's maybe incorrect, but that's how I would interpret it, right?
Yeah. So, but so Atlantis, right? I mean, the thing I would like.
Nose is running. I'm sick, ladies and gentlemen. I'm doing the podcast.
You're still getting over something.
I'm still getting over.
Yeah,
this
we skipped a couple days this past week, and because we
damn sickness goes.
We launched the podcast, which is awesome. By the way, I'm really happy about that. It's been a long time coming. We put a lot of heart and soul into it.
Oh, it's awesome, man. I'm loving it, dude. It's so much fun. Yeah.
But we got to take care of ourselves. We got busy lives. We got families. We got kids.
Yeah. And so do the Atlanteans that live in Antarctica.
So So what I was going to say
too, I bet.
Yeah, well, they did.
Oh, they probably got kids and shit going on, unless they're all androids.
Oh,
living
well,
with
you're
uploaded.
talking. I mean, whatever's left on Earth,
Maybe they're all AI that's cloned bodies.
They could be mixed in with us at this point, and hiding their forms. But if there's an Atlantis and it is in Antarctica, that shit's buried. It's like but the thing is like, I feel like we should be finding more parts of it in other parts of the world that is not covered in ice. You know what I mean? Right. This is my like science brain. I'm always so analytical about
that's
shit.
where you need to be, because you don't want to get. I'm way off in the weeds, but I always keep my skeptical, analytical, scientific brain. It's better to question things right off the bat. Yeah. Don't believe anything.
Right.
So you get enough. Believe something because it's believable.
Yeah. Well,
but I have an intuition with certain people. For instance, there's a woman who talks about an Atlantean type being.
Yeah.
Her name was Jessie Rostenberg, and she has a video. I wish we could bring it up quickly, but I don't want to make you do that yet.
Yeah. Well, I'll work on pulling it up.
Okay. Well, look up Staffordshire UFO.
Oh yeah,
and it should come up. Yeah. If we can pull it up, that's my favorite one. And people on Facebook that have been friends with me over the years see that I post that way too much. Like I post it like once a year because it's so dope, man. It's this woman. When we bring it up, she's this nice English woman living in the countryside. She's this quintessential countryside English lady with a scarf around her head and a big wart on her lip. And, she looks the part. Super sweet. But she's like, I can even do it by heart because I watched it so much. She's like, well, it was one ordinary day. It's like, here we go. This is it.
This is it?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
can we play it?
I got to share it.
We have to give credit.
Keep it.
Yeah, screen share.
Okay. So
anyway.
But
he's like, Staffordshire's had a whole crop of flying saucers. Things in the sky, lights in the sky. But the strangest of all happened one day here. Mr. and Mrs. Rostenberg were living there. And, well, why don't you just tell us what happened?
All right. So
it was one ordinary day.
All right, here we go.
Waiting for my husband to get home from work, and my children went for their cyber to school.
It's about look at this. You got
I memorize everything.
I don't know
what.
We got some weird subtitles.
Yeah,
here.
that's okay. Yeah. All right, as long as they can hear. Here we go.
Say in English.
You just tell me what you saw.
Well, this was one ordinary day. I was waiting for my husband to come home from work, and my two sons went to cycle to school. And I was getting changed, and I heard this terrific noise. It was just like a giant cauldron of water being poured onto a fire. A sort of noise, And the first reaction was, oh, the children. I thought maybe a plane was crashing or something like that. And I slipped my jumper on and went outside to find my two sons lying flat on the ground in the garden in front of the house, shouting, "Mummy, Mummy, there's a flying saucer." Well, naturally, I just like, come on, don't be stupid.
What is that even real?
Come in the house.
Huh?
It felt
is that even real
sort of a strange
no, it's
sensation.
like fucking Slav.
It's gibberish. I don't know if people can see the subtitles on this. I was just saying to Brian, and
look at this.
now we're
should I read those? No, let's not do that.
No, I think it's fake.
Edit
Because
out
that
me
doesn't
trying to
look
do
like
this. Here, here we go. Watch
All
this.
I can describe this huge Mexican hat. It was stationary, this thing, and it was bright silver
Listen
in
to
color,
this.
and it had a dome. A dome. It was tilted to sort of. I could see the occupants in it. You saw people in it. I saw people in it. There were two people in there. These people were beautiful people. That's the only way I can describe them. They had long golden hair, like a pageboy bob, just like the old kings. You used to see photographs of the old kings.
Imagine that shit.
And the
just
color
like
of the
the
hair
old
was golden.
kings.
Yeah.
Now,
Hold on.
I was really.
Listen to this.
They had a sort of a turtleneck jumper affair, like a ski top suit, in pale blue.
A ski top suit
Now,
in pale blue.
These people weren't
70s.
sat behind, one behind the
listen
other.
here
They
for a
were
minute.
sat together, but this, whatever it
It's
was
totally-
tilted so that I could see them and they could see me.
Were you looking at them through windows, through portholes?
No, not portholes. It was just sort of the like a cockpit, I suppose. that
Anyways,
had
she says that they have a
perspective.
fishbowl. The next thing she says that I was trying to get to, it doesn't matter at
Yeah,
this point,
okay.
is that she said they had a transparent fishbowl around their head. So the
fishbowl. Yeah.
the
accent was
like a
throwing me off.
Jetsons
She
cartoon.
said like some other stuff. And I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know what the.
So what she described them as is human beings that had long golden hair, like a page boy bob, like a Dutch boy haircut,
Right.
and then a transparent fishbowl helmet, like an astronaut, and then a light blue ski type suit.
I heard the ski type suit.
Now, when Travis
Yeah.
Walton talked about his abduction, he talked about being encountered first by 3 grays, and then he escaped the room he was in and went into another control room where a tall man that was like a human specimen man
Right.
with a transparent fishbowl helmet and a light blue space looking suit.
Yeah.
And he was like it was exactly
So
what
the
you described.
Atlantean would,
That's what I think
right?
they are, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think they're under the ocean too. Like they're Atlantean for a reason. So maybe they're fish like, maybe they have like the ability to breathe underwater. Who the hell knows? They've been around forever.
Sure.
So this
Yeah,
is
I
a
don't know. I
water
mean,
covered planet.
Yeah. There's a lot to.
Well, and a lot of the UFOs are called USOs, which is unidentified submersible objects.
Right.
And people are seeing these transmedium craft that are going through the air and then hitting the ocean and going through the ocean, not losing a bit of speed.
Yep.
The velocity remains
I've
constant.
seen some of those videos.
How the
It's
hell
crazy.
is that possible?
It's not really.
It's
Nothing,
displacing
at least in what we
space-time
understand.
around it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's displacing something around it
Yeah.
so well that it doesn't matter what medium it hits.
Right.
That would lend me to believe that there's a great underwater presence here. And I've heard a congressman or a senator, I think it was a senator, talking about it recently. He mentioned like 5 different areas. We'll have to look that up.
In terms of where it
Where
might
there's
be.
alien bases.
Yeah. I would expect like the Southern Pacific probably because there's
Yeah.
basically nothing.
Texas.
There's a couple tiny islands. That's
Yeah.
about
There's
it.
some lady boys there down in the Southern Pacific. Is that where they
you
are?
talk about the ties?
Yeah. Is that in the Southern Pacific?
No,
Okay,
no, that's
my
in
bad.
like
Well,
I don't know
well,
what is that? Southern
They're not-
Southeast.
I'm sure there's some of them here as
Southeast
illegal
Asia,
aliens,
I guess.
at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trump's going to start getting rid of all aliens from the sea.
from
pretty
the
soon
sea.
that's-
He's
yeah.
getting, well,
Ice-
from the land.
he's
From the
named
land
well,
first.
Dude, I could put together some real stupid like red string to some thumbtacks right now and say like Trump is using ice to get out real aliens from Atlantis.
Yeah.
No, that's not.
How would that work? What's
It doesn't
the,
work.
okay,
I just
so
saw the
red, what's
ice. I was trying to put together a joke.
Oh
there. I'll have
shit!
to work
Yeah.
on that.
I
There's something there.
I missed it.
If I wrote stand up, I would try to. Well, that wouldn't be funny anyway. So that's
Yeah.
a really weird.
It
you
would
know,
be funny, man. It would be good.
Yeah, maybe. There's always something there. The point is, though, there seems to be an alien presence here. I've seen craft. Millions of people have seen craft. There's enough evidence now from the
I know, I'm
from the
waiting to see
government's
one, really.
admissions,
Yeah.
their very own admissions. It's a real phenomenon. So we
Yeah.
can get over this whole mockery of people who've had experiences. Most of the best UFO experiences, nobody even knows about because the people didn't want to be mocked and ridiculed their entire life, so they kept it to themselves.
Yeah, well, I mean,
You don't
I-
benefit really from it.
Yeah,
dude. It ruins your fucking life.
I would expect that there's plenty of people out there that would be hesitant to talk about that because I don't know, just because of the way they were raised, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden they're gonna be mocked, like you said.
It's
you know?
stupid. Like
Yeah.
people are like, oh yeah, they just wanted to get famous and have some money. These people lose money. They lose their jobs. Like they get
Right.
mocked out of their communities. Like it's not,
or they disappear,
or they have to move. Or
Yeah.
they disappear altogether. That's right. And
Right.
you never see them.
kind of like the aliens are right now.
I bet you there's people that have, like 700,000 people, 700,000 children a year disappear from America. Is that it?
Not 700,000.
Look it up real quick.
I'd say like seven. I mean,
Dude, look it up. It's some
700?
significant. I swear to God, it's
7,000.
hundreds of thousands of children, but I think it's like 700,000 children, maybe from the world, but I thought it was from America. I looked this up once, but a lot of people go missing, dude. Oh, hell. of
well,
a-
no, I know that.
A hell of a-
700,000 children.
Yo, I'm telling you,
That's
it's
a
a
lot.
lot, bro.
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
joking. Look it up. How many children go? I wouldn't be, if I'm wrong, I'm going to look stupid, but I do remember it being like this chunk of change for the amount of folks that just up and vanish into thin air. And they can't all be getting swallowed up by sinkholes in West Virginia,
Or falling down a well, or
Yeah,
I don't know what
getting-
it might be.
Jesus, that's the biggest nightmare of all. God.
Falling down a well.
Oh, children that fall
Yeah.
down the wells. That's the worst damn stories that hit the news. Remember those stories and the whole
Ah,
world
man,
would stop.
I mean,
like, oh my
well,
God,
if you're
there's a
talking
kid in a well.
about them
What a
just
horrible way to die.
missing,
People
and
have
not-
died in wells, bro.
Yeah, well,
bad
yeah,
way
of
to
course,
die.
Of course.
Every way like that's a bad way, but yeah.
All right, the figures. Okay, hundreds of thousands of children go missing in the U.S. annually.
How many hundreds
With
of
figures,
thousands?
okay, with figures ranging from 300 to 800.
Words.
So 700 is not a bad.
Children
No,
only.
it's not a bad-
That's only children. Now ask how many human beings go missing from America every year.
Yeah.
This is only America, yeah. I correct?
Yeah. I
Fucking
got
A.
the USA. Yeah, I got
That's
the USA.
only in America, folks. Most people don't know that. That's a lot of people
Right.
that go missing What is happening with these people? Are they getting eaten by reptilians in Atlantis? Maybe they're down there with these white people. It's all white people anyway.
So
there's got to be stories of African American appearing aliens.
All right, so
I bet you they filter them out of the media on purpose.
Yeah, but honestly, hearing that
That's white
stat
supremacy.
right now,
Yeah.
these days, like, that really surprises me.
What's that?
That there's that many. I never knew
Fuck yeah, dude.
that many people go missing.
Where the fuck do they go?
I mean, this is Google.
Excuse my language, but
No, it's
that's
fine.
700,000 children, folks. We said. Let's
Yeah, well, it's
between
300
to 800.
Yeah, but
Okay,
it doesn't matter, dude. 300,000. That's crazy. Like,
Where are
what
they
is
going,
going on?
folks?
When they say missing, like, so I mean, you're talking about like, getting a hold of, whatever, your local police station when your child's missing.
You would think so.
That would be a first step.
Where are these people? Where are the support groups for this many people missing children?
Yeah.
I mean, who are these people's children? Where are these children from? Whose children are they? Why isn't this?
I don't know.
Why isn't this news every night? Like, this many children are going missing in the United States. We got a real issue here.
Yeah.
Let's all band together and stop this.
Right, but
you
honestly,
don't even hear about it.
No, you don't. I don't know anybody that's
Nobody knows
lost their
that
children.
shit. Nobody
No.
knows that.
And I'm not saying, you know what I mean, though. Like, that's
It's in
coming
my
from me.
coffee.
I'm like up here in, I guess protected, middle class, white, rural New York.
Yes,
right?
we're so.
But I don't know anybody that's lost their
I
children.
fell out of it.
like
We all
missing.
fell out of. We won the lottery when we fell out of the vaginas that we fell out of in this nice area,
Yeah.
this neck of the woods where there's not a lot of crime. It's
Yeah.
very isolated, protected, upstate New York, beautiful.
You think you picked that before you're born?
If I did well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was born in
You
Ithaca.
did pretty well, right?
Yeah.
You could have done better.
Well, the Dalai Lama has his American sanctuary in
Yeah.
Ithaca, so that is a special place to be
No,
born,
it's a
man.
special place.
Yeah.
I'm just busting your balls.
Oh, I missed the
you
joke.
could
I'm
be
being
doing
too
so much
narcissistic. I
better
wanna
these
shoot-
days.
Oh shit,
fuck
I
you.
could be, dude. Yeah, it's a journey.
No,
Life is a
hey,
journey.
man, no. You know that
tell you.
someone that's saying that,
Hey, man.
I care
I-
about you, but
please-
I'm just saying.
Please bust my balls as much as possible. That's what keeps us honest in life.
Right.
You got to bust people's balls and be honest with.
You gotta be careful about getting me stoned during the show.
I love getting you stoned during the show. It's fun. I can't get you stoned
gotta,
before
like-
the show because then we don't get anything running right.
Right.
You're like,
Like, I'm
"Oh,
not
man,
even
I
looking
gotta
at the
take a-"
camera right now.
I won't even get them
because I know
stoned
my
before the
eyes
show.
look really stoned, but
Nah, you're doing good, man, and you're holding it together well for not being somebody who smokes weed very often at all. So
Yeah.
way to go.
yeah, we
Yeah,
just gotta
dude.
hold it together, in a lot of ways.
Yeah, don't spaz out just because you got stoned.
Baz.
Yeah,
Spaz out.
I used to get really paranoid back when I smoked cigarettes. I had to stop
Oh, so
smoking.
yeah,
weed.
you mean like physically?
Yeah, I was. Well, I wasn't fully spasmodic, but I definitely would.
No,
twitch
I
at
just thought you were
times.
using spaz as a term to say I don't.
I would get stoned
losing.
and cold and shake.
Yeah,
you
you
know,
didn't.
and be
You
like-
didn't just like give up.
Yeah, no, not at all. I came back to smoking weed. Are you talking about me smoking weed? I missed the point.
I might have messed that up, but
I think
I
I
gotta
got spoke too
rewatch
soon.
that and see
I
what I
went.
was trying to say. But
I've been smoking homegrown for a while because I
Yeah.
got some free for Christmas.
Nice.
And yeah, dude. So now I went to the dispensary and
Free
bought
weed's
some
always
actual
good.
weed
Free-
you buy, and it's gotten me stoned.
Oh, I
quite
see.
nicely. But
so the new
yeah.
stuff is what's getting you stoned.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, it got me
strawberry
stoned,
milk.
too.
I think
Yeah.
it actually tasted like strawberries. Freaking dope. man.
Was it strawberry? Okay.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
know, it's just a spare time thing. I get my work done during the day, then I smoke. I don't do it during the day. You can't drive around smoking weed. It's not responsible living. You're gonna get in trouble.
Yeah.
gotta
well, I
keep it
don't.
together.
I don't.
No,
but
nobody
I
does.
could see how it wouldn't help me
Yeah, nobody does. that.
because
I try.
I would
don't
not.
do that.
I would. Yeah.
I don't
You
do
got to
that.
build your tolerance up a little bit.
Yeah, I try to be responsible with it because it's it's like drinking or anything, man. You can't
Yeah.
drive around after you do that. Nonetheless, that's
No,
how we
you
keep
can't.
people safe.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, keep people safe on the roads. We got a lot of kids out there
Yeah.
and try to be responsible. So anyway, we've reached out to somebody, but I don't know. We got to get a guest soon, and we don't mention any names, obviously,
Yeah,
because
no.
But it would be great to get a couple of guests going.
Yeah,
in
I'm
the
really
near
looking
future.
forward to that. I hope
Yeah.
we can. I think we know enough, like a lot of people in the area.
Yeah.
Enough people that
There's interesting people everywhere.
That's what I was getting at.
Yeah.
The interesting part.
There's interesting people everywhere.
Yeah.
The main thing we had to do is get set up with the cameras, and we have to
Yeah.
get another mic and a boom. We're a little behind the curve on getting ready.
Oh,
We'll have that done in no time. We'll
Yeah,
get some
no,
guests on the show.
yeah. No, we got what we need, brother.
Yeah, I think we're almost there.
All right.
Another
Cool.
boom mic, another Amazon boom mic, and we'll be in business. man.
Yeah.
We can start getting to know some really cool, interesting people and,
Right.
and having
yeah.
great
if,
conversations.
anybody wants to send us like a nice brand new Shure, mic.
Yeah, let's get sponsored by
just to,
Shure or
help us
Mono,
out. Yeah.
Nano, or whatever was
I
on
can't
Amazon.
even say it.
Yeah, Chinese
I think it's-
people are welcome
I
to
think it's Hawaiian.
sponsor us.
Might be
Chinese
fine.
companies. Actually, no, I don't think we should do that because all Chinese corporations are owned by the CCP.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's
I
his,
think they are.
okay.
Yeah. They all tie
CCP?
back in. Yeah.
Is
the
that
Chinese
something we should get
Communist
into right now?
Party.
Yeah.
So no, we shouldn't. It's the end of the show.
It is the end of the show.
Yeah. How far in are we? Are we an hour in?
We're talking, well,
We might have gone over an hour at this point.
this is good. There's going to be some stuff to cut out of here. on
Yeah,
this one.
probably. Well, that's how life goes. You cut a little
No,
out.
no,
we
we're
have
at
the option to
58.
do
We're
it
at
on here.
58, so now we got to add another 5 minutes so that we got some stuff to cut.
No, I don't think there's anything to cut, man. Just
Yeah.
leave it intact. I mean, what's the
All
point
right.
of doing it if we're going to cut stuff?
Well,
We'll cut out like anything that's egregious, maybe. If
yeah,
we
or makes
mention names, we
zero
shouldn't
sense
name.
whatsoever. you
Yeah.
know.
Well,
But,
I don't know how our screen share went, but let's hope it went well. We tried to do some fake news. I made a big deal about fake news, so I got to make sure that's part of the show.
Yeah, it's going to be a big part of the show.
Yeah,
We
it's
got
cool.
like plans to all sorts of stuff, man.
Yeah, dude, we got to get
Yeah.
together.
Once we, just hone
at
in our
least
skills
twice a
on
week.
the tech stuff, which we're
Yeah.
getting there.
Yeah.
We'll be able to start adding in a lot of fun stuff. Things that are
unique,
unique.
kind of because it's a free form art
Yeah.
form.
Yeah.
I really love it, man. You can have your own ideas, and
Yeah.
I want to do something like I used to be able to draw. I'm not even sure. I'm very rusty, but I'd like to do like a drawing. There used to be this show called The Secret City,
Yeah.
and it had this dude named Commander Mark. He was really strange. He had like
Yeah.
a mustache and wore these goofy like space clothes.
Right.
And he had this weird robot that was just a dude wearing a bodysuit, and he was like, Commander Mark. He did this really doofy robot impression. Oh man, if you haven't ever seen it, it was on PBS. It was rad as hell though, because the guy would teach you how to draw something like
Yeah.
how to foreshorten and shade
Yeah.
cylinders. So he'd just show you basic drawing techniques, and then
It's
at
hard
the
to
end.
it's hard to draw good.
It is hard.
Yeah.
Then at the end, the cool part about it, the
Right.
thing that made it worth watching this horror show of just ridiculous, like bad
Yeah.
acting, was the fact that he did this Secret City drawing, which was a
Yeah.
big drawing, and he would use the techniques he taught you
Right.
and draw like this cool ass picture. And it was really fun. I'd like to do that with like the Secret Democrat City. I'm gonna have like a
Yeah.
drag queen story time, and I'll have like a
So,
quality
yeah.
learning center.
They would have one of those. Yeah.
I'd have like a ice protest for sure.
for sure.
There'll have to be a No Kings protest.
protest.
Yeah. There'll have to be a Mason's Lodge with the royal family, hidden hand
Yeah.
controlling that work.
I know. I'm
there.
trying to think of things, but yeah,
Man,
they have some stuff.
We could add some stuff, and if I can draw well, I have to get this out. Now that I've said it, I put it out in the ether. I actually have to do it now because
Right.
I don't draw unless I force myself,
Yeah.
except for like Adam when I
Yeah.
did drawings for him. But
Yeah. No,
for
those are
those T-shirts, yeah, we
Yeah.
explained that in another podcast. But for my buddy Adam Scott,
Yeah.
God rest his soul,
yes.
these pictures I drew back here on the wall. So I kind of can draw, but it's hard for me. So I don't get enough practice.
Yeah.
That happens to you. Even if
It
you
does.
can do something, if you don't
Yeah.
do it, you might lose
Yeah.
it.
I mean, there's periods of
Gotta
time
do
when
it.
I don't do enough graphic design because, I'm not doing it as the way I want or as much as I want to.
Yeah.
I don't.
You could do it in your spare time for fun.
Right.
You made me a dope ass.
Well, it depends on where you.
It
It depends on where you work too. Like the amount of creative free. All right, we'll save that one for another time. But
Yeah. Well,
cut that one out.
creative freedom's cool.
Yeah.
And if you like to draw, you like to do art. It's hard to
Yeah.
find time as parents. We got jobs, we got a lot
Yeah.
of stuff. So I only have so much free time. So I'd like to draw more though, because God did give me the ability to draw, and people that
Right.
know me know that I have the ability to draw
Yeah.
decent. So I should use
Absolutely,
that.
man. Yeah. Yeah.
Especially with young kids. I want to be a good example for them
Yeah.
because they can both draw really well. My boys.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah,
sweet. To
I
watch
see.
them
I see some
develop.
art. I see some art. Artistic stuff, musical
They are brilliant.
things
My
that
kids,
my
your
kids are doing
too.
Yeah, for sure,
your
man.
kids were making
Yeah.
those cool models that you got them for Christmas. I saw.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's just like a little hobby she's
That's
got.
fun to do, but she
Yeah.
does that well too.
Yeah.
That's
I
fun.
was gonna say. I think earlier I was about to say, because I was gonna. I didn't want to like complain about my current job.
Well, that's smart.
because this is a hobby for us. Right?
Yeah, it's a
like
hobby.
we're doing this for fun because
Yeah.
we love it.
Yeah, so we can't talk
mean,
shit
it's-
on our work,
yeah.
which I'm already
Well,
just
right. But I guess what I was.
I'm
gonna
already
say,
pretty open book anyway. I don't really think I'm, in danger of losing business because I have a podcast. But if I
yeah.
do, that would suck.
No, no,
but
no.
it's
That's not even where I was
understandable.
going
It
at
might
all.
Not be somebody's cup of tea after they see,
Yeah.
because you have your business face you put on, and then you put out a podcast. So
Are you saying you're concerned about that, or you?
No, I'm not at all.
Oh,
No,
okay.
but
Yeah.
it's been a thought that crossed my mind. But I wouldn't do this if I was concerned about
I
this.
think it's not necessarily going to be politics. It's going to be other stuff.
Yeah.
That we talk about.
I think we're going to keep it pretty mild world as far as like going after people for politics, because we're all just people and we're all Americans, and I certainly don't want a civil war. So if we can do something to put this place back together a little bit, then that's cool. We're of course going to do some slanted shit because I'm a right wing guy and you're kind of in the middle, but going right.
You gotta have fun with it too, man. It's like a lot of it's satire, and a lot of it's like picking on yourself too.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, you got
and the flaws that you have, but you're able to have a good time with somebody else. You know.
Yeah, I'm trying not to be self-deprecating in life anymore. That's a bad way to be.
Right.
You know, don't talk yourself down out there, folks.
Right.
Love yourself. You know, forgive yourself if you've done shit that you're feeling shame over. Forgive other people. Whoever makes you the maddest when you think about them, think about calling them up and forgiving them. I know it's hard to do, but it'll set you free.
That's nice.
That's all I want to say.
Yeah.
Man. And,
and if you
thanks,
don't, well, and I was going to say, if you don't like the things that you're, necessarily involving yourself in all the time, whether it's work or whatever, that's your choice.
Find something to do that you like to do.
But it's your choice how much, effort you put into something and whether, the way it affects you. It's just,
everybody's good at something. And, you hope that people, as things get automated with AI, they say we're going to have a universal basic income and we're going to be able to do what we want to do. And I hope that's the truth.
Yeah.
That'd be great if everybody had enough money to do what they're good at. We'd have a lot of cool stuff going on.
Right.
But people like the best guys.
That would take a lot of money.
There's a lot of guys doing blue collar jobs that are like the wickedest model makers or the wickedest AI prompters or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's talented people. The best stand-up comedians worked at the docks. You never even heard of him, but he used to hold court every day at work. You know what I mean? This is a guy that made people show up to work for 40 years.
Sure.
And that was his purpose in life. Right. But he was probably the best stand-up comic that ever lived. Yeah. There's a lot of those guys out there, and a lot of the best rappers are out there.
Yeah, I like music, comedy, because it's spoken stuff, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I feel like acting, for example, like celebrity.
Yeah.
Which puts you up in that like upper echelon too, I guess.
Yeah, celebrity's a weird thing.
Yeah, but
I don't think I would ever seek celebrity. I
look for conversation. Weird. And I guess that's kind of why I enjoy doing this.
When you put yourself out here like this, celebrity would happen. If there's something about you that people like, I guess celebrity just kind of happens. But if you're doing something like this, thinking I want to be famous, it's kind of a douchey way to express yourself because you're not going to be authentic. If you're trying to sell an image,
exactly,
just be yourself. Like this is about sharing thoughts and conversations that may benefit other people in some way and may not.
Well, what's funny is probably the things that the people that we think are like famous or like really important in the world is not the same people that other people think,
Yeah, right. Because everybody's got their idea of what fame and what that looks like. But anyway, fame seems like a weird kind of deal. So, bad things start happening to people if they get too famous,
Yeah, exactly.
Dave Chappelle knew that. And, he couldn't help it because he's the GOAT, so he was going to be
people struggle with it,
he's going to be a legend no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, look at all the famous musicians that have passed away because they were drug addicts.
Yeah, dude. So many Mac
depression.
Miller, man,
There's a lot of fucking depression in
Mac Miller really hurt me, man. I love that dude. Mac Miller was such a cool soul, man.
Yeah,
what a talent. The songs he came out was super.
Well,
dope.
It's like, is that depression? I mean, they were living their.
No, he actually.
A lot of people
he got some bad
struggle
pills.
with the depression. A lot of them just go and give up and give in.
Yeah, that's right. There's a whole bunch of shit that happens to people out there, right?
Yeah.
You never know. Yeah. Life is a ride for all of us. So enjoy your life. It's always a good day on this side of the dirt, as I like to say.
For sure, man.
So, see somebody that's in a pissy mood, give them a nice compliment. I did that the other day. There was a lady throwing a fit at the self-checkout at Tops.
Yeah.
And she was bitching about coupons or something, and everybody was uncomfortable. She was old. She looked like a really smart, cool lady with she had these cool frame glasses, but she looked like she gave up being patient years ago.
Yeah.
Like she was just sick of everybody, and everybody sucks at your job. And the lady that was running the self-checkout didn't know about the coupons. And fuck all these people.
These motherfuckers
yes,
to work.
I want to get the fuck out of here. She was like yelling. She was swearing and everything. So she's standing there, and she was just finding any reason to bitch. And I was standing there next to her at the checkout, and I'm like, I heard a voice I do, like I'm a fucking voice here, like a schizophrenic.
Right.
So I hear this voice and it says, you got to compliment this lady, is what the voice said to me. And so I looked down at her feet for some reason. She had the most beautiful shoes on I've ever seen. She had these fucking awesome shoes. I said, this lady is super cool to have these shoes. They were decorated, really neat.
It's great that you can get into your, mind to remember them.
Well, nonetheless, I said, those are great shoes. Look into her. And she lit right up.
Yeah.
Because she and her whole mood shifted.
Yeah.
And, it was really kind of nice. And she was like, she had a pleasant way to leave. And she probably went right back to being pissed off at everybody. But I thought, why not? you know, because she was kind of bumming me out, and I'm like, well, I guess maybe I could try to just be nice to her and see what that does.
Right.
And it
Or you
worked
could
really
just
well.
ignore her like everybody else, you know.
Yeah, I've
Just be
started
like,
trying.
we got another one of these ones.
That's
around
what
here.
that's the inclination. But I try to talk to people. I'm like,
Yeah.
when especially in self checkouts, everybody stands there like they don't want to talk. I'll start talking to people, make them
Well, that's
uncomfortable.
cool.
But I try to make them happy.
I
by
tried,
the end of
yeah,
it.
no, I've done.
They're like,
yeah.
who's this fucking weirdo talking to me in the self checkout? Well,
Right.
I try to talk to everybody as a group, though. I'll be like, God damn it, why don't they open another lane? I'll say, like, if everybody's thinking the same thing,
Well, I
with
would
the
be
checkout,
the person
I'll be like,
that,
hey, I'll go to the manager. Hey, why don't they open another lane? You know,
Yeah.
because somebody's got to fucking say something.
well,
and they
yeah, I
never
don't
do.
know, because they don't have fucking the workers. But now you go to those self checkouts,
that's
man, it's a
fucked up.
fucking disaster.
And now we
there.
do their job for them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Walmart's got a good self checkout. A lot of these
Oh
other
man,
ones
you go to
suck.
the Wegmans one, it's fucking
Theirs is good.
disaster.
Oh, I'm good at that one because I go
Yeah.
there a lot.
Maybe it
I'm
was
like
because it was
extra.
Thanksgiving Day and I forgot
Oh.
to get the stuff I needed. But
Yeah, I spend a lot of money at Wegmans.
yeah,
Bless them. Yeah,
Oh,
love
yeah.
their coffee.
down in Ithaca,
Down in Ithaca.
New York.
I'm in there all the time buying lunch.
Jordan's from there.
Jordan Jensen. Yeah, you
Yeah.
got a crush on Jordan Jensen.
What?
You
no,
do.
man.
I know
no.
you do.
I mean,
you like to. I showed you in
she's
that
a cool chick,
special.
dude.
I think that's great.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, you should have a
Chick.
crush
She's a-
on
she's a
Jordan.
woman.
She's amazing.
she's a proper woman.
Yeah.
if you know what I mean.
Yeah. It's
But-
almost like being gay for somebody. Being gay for Jordan Jensen because she always picks on herself for being.
Oh
boyish.
yeah, no, she gets it all the time.
She's
She
not
told
even
this one-
androgynous anymore.
she
though.
told this
She's not
one-
androgynous anymore. She's pretty cute now. Like she's
Yeah,
done herself
I-
up. You know, she'd
You know
make a
what,
good.
man?
Why don't you try to get her? She's got a new boyfriend, I think. I know this because my fiance Justine
All right.
watches podcasts nonstop, and she's on the list, so she knows her damn personal life, and I hear about it.
Yeah.
So it's not like I know this on my own.
Right.
That would be very much Melrose Placey, 90210 kind of stuff. Like I don't know those shows, but I know about them because of what girls told me. That kind of thing.
Sure, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's cool though. Jordan Jensen's really cool.
Yeah.
And you have a crush on her. I thought that was fun. That you.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
Is that
I'm
okay
gonna
to say?
Cut out the stuttering.
don't cut
part
her
here,
down,
But
yeah.
listen, she told this one funny joke
Gonna have
about
to woo her.
she probably does it often. You said you were going to see her, right?
I am gonna go see her in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Coming up.
Well, it's March.
That's
something.
awesome.
Yeah. Well, she's doing
That's
this
so cool,
bus
dude.
tour. She did this
I
bus
just-
tour. Came up in her Instagram story. She said, "I'm only doing a few cities." So I looked it up, and she was doing one in Buffalo, which is 3 hours away. That's a haul.
Yeah.
I
it's a
normally
long
wouldn't go 3
drive
hours
home,
for anybody.
you know, but-
Norman was so funny. I might go 3 hours to see Mark Norman because he was so funny. When
Yeah.
I don't get out.
I
of
saw the
house a
two
lot
of them
to see
doing a
people.
thing the other day too.
What's that?
They were hanging out, talking, you know.
Oh yeah, I
telling
think I
some
saw it.
stories.
So funny, dude.
Yeah, she told
Jesus Christ,
she
these
told
people
some
are
crazy
funny.
story on that
Yeah.
one. Oh man, I wish I could remember what it was.
They roll so good.
It was,
so quick witted.
Oh, it was
Really cool.
about some crackhead that she met. This was the story she was telling Mark Norman
Okay.
when they were hanging out.
Yeah.
Check the episode. Maybe I'll
Do you
post
remember
it.
the premise? I probably
Yeah,
saw
oh
it.
yeah. So she was like, I don't know, she was at a bar, maybe it was like a new date or something.
Mm-hmm.
And,
and this woman took her back. They said they were going to
took her
pay for the
back, so
hotel
you
room.
have seen it.
Yeah, she was like,
Yeah.
we were going to buy a hotel room. She said she was broke and she was
Yeah.
with her boyfriend. And this woman came in and said she
Yeah.
would pay for the hotel room, right?
Well, no,
That was good on you.
there was that, and then
Yeah.
they went back to the
And she's like,
apartment.
but you have to hang out with
She's
me.
like, she called her crackhead.
Yeah,
dealer.
she's like, oh, do you guys smoke? And she's like, she goes, I smoke cigarettes and weed at the time. So I'm like, yeah. She's like, cool, I'm going to get some crack. So she calls up the
Right,
crack
there
dealer.
it is. Yeah.
And then she said they're hanging out, and this woman looked like she had big fake tits and a white shirt
that what
with
she said?
tattoos. Yeah, she was really
See, I
stressed,
remember
cracked out, bro.
Jordan saying she was not attractive. or
Yeah,
something
no,
like
it's
that.
not. And she's like, she's trying to fuck us both, and she's like, I don't want to fuck this woman.
Right.
It's
And
so funny.
her boyfriend was like, you know,
He's like,
kinda
let's think,
like-
he's like,
he's like,
let's
"Hold
hear her
on,
out. Yeah, that's
hold
right.
on,
Norman
yeah,
goes,
let's see."
let's hear her out.
I just love Mark Norman's like responses though.
Yeah, that was the best. I'm glad you reminded me
because
that's
like
so
the
funny.
way he like thinks things through
Yeah,
in
dude.
his response.
Yeah,
It's
let's hear her
it's
out.
a
It was
really
so
good
perfect.
filter.
Man. Nothing could have been more perfect. That's why I love that guy. He's the
Yeah.
best. He really is the best on
I
earth.
know. I would love to hang out with those
Oh,
guys.
Jesus Christ. I don't think you could either one of us could
Well,
keep
you
up
know,
with it.
I
I'd have
mean,
to get drunk with him.
I'm gonna hang out with Jordan
I'll do my
afterwards.
what do
No,
I
just-
do? I'll do my fucking Jesse Ventura impression. Maybe that'll get me in the
Dude, yeah.
and then we could do maybe they freestyle rap.
Well, some of their shit is just comedy, anyways. I think there's an undertone of our
Yeah.
podcast that's comedy.
Yeah,
For sure.
Probably unintentional, right? No.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
This is why
some
we
of
like
it's funny. Hopefully some of it's funny.
fake news so much.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
But,
AI,
but the
you know,
funny to wrap
same
up
thing.
the Jordan Jensen bit. Actually, what happened in that case is
It was a great ending.
The black guy that was the
Yeah.
former crack dealer showed up and he said, you people let these people go, and we're going to talk about your sobriety. And they left, and then he said was like, go with God or something. She said it was really funny how she tied it all up. But yeah, I love that whole bit.
She did say that at the end.
Yeah,
but
I
absorbed
bits temporarily. My short-term memory's not great, but I'll remember shit like that.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Well, and it was I loved how like they're probably. I mean, she's freaking out. Or she's, not freaking out, but she, her boyfriend's
I would be freaking out.
Maybe I'll do the crack and the crack corner at the same time.
I would never smoke
but
crack,
then,
dude. It gives me anxiety
the crack dealer
to think
came
about
in and
that situation.
he said to the old lady, he's like, no, you need to let these guys go. And I'm going to stay here and talk to you about your sobriety.
Yeah, man.
That's what it was.
I think that's such a beautiful thing that happened, because there is good in the world. Right. Most people are good. There's beautiful people.
Well, I think Jordan did a better job of telling that story that
she
we
did.
just told.
I recounted it the best I could. I think we got the main idea across. But if not,
cheers,
check it out.
Cheers
it's on
to that. Yeah.
It's for everybody else to go find.
Yeah.
Get into stand-up comedy.
We're in the Ithaca area, by the way.
Yeah. Well,
so,
Lord. Yeah, I think we're a long way away from that, but maybe someday.
Okay.
We'll work toward that.
Oh,
let's get somebody local that we love, and we'll talk to them first.
Yeah,
and then we'll hit the celebrity circuit. When we have like 100 followers. We're at 90 now.
I'm gonna
we'll
call
try for the
some
celebrities at 100.
local companies up to get some advertisements.
I want to do that. If we can make money, though. Well, all I really
I'm gonna
want
show
is
them this
equipment.
episode. And
Okay. This whole fucking Jesus Christ. I'll probably be in trouble. I'm gonna be on a list for sure.
Come on,
I'm
man.
in trouble.
No.
We're harmless. We're harmless here.
That was fun, man.
I have nothing to hide, and I'm a harmless. I am only a man in Groton, as you are.
Yeah, the only list you might be
Groton,
on
New
is
York,
the
named after
draft,
Groton, Connecticut.
Yeah.
Dutch settlers from Groton, Connecticut settled Groton, New York.
Oh yeah, I saw that. It was good. That
Old
was a
ass
good
town.
post the other day.
I'm in a fucking ancient house from like the beginning of Groton. Like this house has been here forever. We're up in the attic. That's why we're the attic frogs.
Yeah.
Nonetheless,
it's
thank you.
Beautiful home.
It's freaking cool. I would love to live here for good, man. I see no reason to leave this place.
Yeah,
I love this house.
Well, you kind of worked your way up into this attic.
I'm here. I took over.
You took over. This is a little.
This was my kid's video game area. I took it over.
I remember. I was like,
Daddy had a manic episode.
No, I was like, dude, Brian, like, you should. We can set up over there because that's a cool space too. Remember when I was like hedging on it?
I was like, I'm gonna hit my fucking head in there because it's slanted roof. We'll have to show around in here.
We would have made it work, but I'm just saying I was hedging on it because I was like, dude, your kids are set up over here. There was like, they had the pad. We took over their pad.
Well, I had to do it. Daddy had a manic episode, like I said. Right. Justine thought I was, but actually, I just really felt compelled. I needed to do something creative, dude, and I'm really glad this is what worked out because it's fun. I enjoy it.
I'm proud of both of you.
Well, thank you
because
for Justine.
You wouldn't be up here doing this if it wasn't for her.
Well, thank you for saying that because I didn't say it, and now I look like the bad guy. Thank you. That's what good friends. You're a wingman now. You're my wingman. Well, after isolating for years, my friends will tell you I've isolated for years just with my family. Like you're the first friend I've let into my life in years. All my friends, like I have my friends, but I stay very to myself.
Yeah.
So it's I think this was a good way to have a new friendship come in. Let's put it that way. So
I had a lot of friends that, kind of.
I love all my friends, by the way. It's got nothing to do with them. I'd like to point that out. But it's just like a decision I made where I've just isolated with my family because the time is so valuable to me with my children.
I'm going to write this down in my diary here.
Yeah, write that down. Dear diary, I'm telling it all. I'm spilling the beans tonight. Well, anyways, I keep cutting you off too like a prick.
It's great. No, it's fine, man.
All right, good. I'm glad it's not too.
I was just going to say, I'm kind of coming from, maybe a similar situation. Because, like, I've cut down my friend circle like a ton over the last 3 years. And, maybe part of it was from my divorce, a few years back. And, but a lot of it was because of me too,
Yeah, man.
And just,
personal.
But anyways.
Personal journey. That's
what
it's all about, man. We're on a ride. All of us are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the ride. I love it. I wouldn't trade a second of it for anybody else's life. I love my life so much.
That's great, man.
I'm so grateful for every moment.
Yeah.
So much to be grateful for.
But,
yeah, man. Anyway.
Yeah, it's cool. We should keep doing this.
Yeah, we're going to keep doing it. If people want to watch, that's fantastic. So
yeah.
We'll see if we can get a sponsorship for a microphone.
Keep getting that new weed.
Yeah, that's some good weed, man. We'll stick with that.
Well.
Yeah.
All right. Cheers.
See you, everybody.
Peace out, everybody.
Peace out.